Have you been curious about these new Fuumuui paints? I sure have. I've been hearing lots of good stuff about them and was excited when they sent me paints, brushes, and paper to try them all out. They arrived well packaged and would make an ideal gift for someone. This is the Timeless Tones collection, and with its range of bright and muted colors, it makes a good all-round set for a number of subjects. Let's have a look at the brushes. This is Fuumui's Professional Series, a set of 9 premium art brushes. We have an extended point, which has a sable belly and synthetic needle brush. We have a sable dagger, a bunch of round brushes, 2 flat brushes, all being sable, and a quill. The information tells me it's made of soft squirrel hair. I'm keen to try this one today. And then also a block of cold press watercolor paper. Now let's have a closer look at the paints. When I touched them, they felt a bit sticky, and this usually suggests that they'll re-wet easily. I started swatching with a 1/2-inch flat brush out of the pack of 9, and sure enough, they re-wet really easily, a very creamy-like consistency. I was keen to see just how opaque or transparent they were. They are classed as opaque colors, even though I found some to be quite transparent. A mixture of opaque and transparent colors can be very interesting to paint with. I painted over the black ink rectangle to test coverage and then applied a little droplet of water with the size 4 round brush to see what lighter values that would create. This particular set was co-designed with brand ambassador Svetlin Sofronio, and I could see the connection with the set of colors and his beautiful paintings. The pans lift out easily and can be rearranged any way you like. The pan's capacity is about 3 ml, which is roughly a full-size pan. But due to its unique consistency, it may not last as long as a full pan of traditional watercolor paint. But it's a different paint altogether and comes at a very reasonable price, so they're different. I think they're designed for artists who don't like to mix too many of their own colors and hence come in 6 different sets, and that's perfect for some. I've gone and rearranged all my pans layout that's suitable for me. But I must say I do wish there was a white included. But now let's put it all to the test and try and paint something. I'm really liking the idea of the quill brush. I'd like to paint some flowers and start with a wet in wet. I'm wetting the paper, not everywhere, just mainly where the flowers are going to be. I'm painting some soft coloured peonies, so I've gone for the Naples yellow. And it really is very creamy. Painting with this paint is a bit more like painting with gouache, or possibly a cross between watercolour and gouache. There's a lovely colour in the set called peony red, and I'm adding some of that. I think I'll put a 3rd flower in. There we go. And now for some more of the peony red, which is really vibrant and spreads nicely. I'm adding some foliage, and just to make it different, I'm going to start with lavender. Lavender is one of the more opaque colors in this set. Well, the wet in wet was fun. The paper's still damp and it's easy to paint over the top. But I really do like the quill. There's a lot of fun painting intuitively. You just don't know what's going to present itself, and then the most beautiful things can happen. I love the way the colors spread. This is all wet in wet so far. The green is the Cascade green, and it's really pretty. I've darkened the green with some of the black. While it's still wet, I'm trying out some lifting. For the lifting, I'm using the 1/2-inch flat brush that came in the set, and it's working quite well. And now let's just wait for this to dry off a little bit and see what it gives us. The first layer's dry now, and I'm keen to try the Dagger. I'm using the peony red, slightly lightened with the Naples yellow. The surface of this cold press paper is rather smooth, but it's really easy to work on. So if you've ever wanted a smoothish paper and found it difficult to work on, maybe you should try this. This bottom flower looks like it might be facing downwards, so I'll just go with that. I don't have a reference for these flowers, but we've been practicing peonies over at school, and you know, the more you practice, the easier they get. Those pink blobs there in the centre look like an ideal place for a couple more petals. I can see that this is different at painting with these paints. It's different to watercolors and a little bit different to gouache as well. If I had to think of something to compare it to, I'd go for whipped cream maybe. And like I said, I wish there was a white included, but anyway. If you'd like to try these beautiful paints, there's a discount code in the description below. I really enjoyed this review, but I'm putting reviews to one side for a bit to get back to some proper painting, and I'd love to hear what you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.